My biggest challenge is the pressure and the stress of embarking on a bodybuilding prep to become a pro, balancing 2 businesses with over 200 amazing athletes and individuals, being present for my relationship and taking care of my family, and trying to do it all in one go. I am purposely taking things slower, spending time to reflect before I rush into things. I'm currently journaling every day, something I've never done before. I want to show my athletes, my team, hardship can be welcomed. It has to be embraced in order to get through. I want to prove to myself that I am a professional long before I ever got the accolades to prove it. I want to make myself look back in 3 years and smile. I want to show my family, my loved ones, my significant other, that anything you put your mind to, with the right support system, with the right environment, and with a proper mindset, you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Meal 1, egg whites, eggs, 100 grams of spinach and peppers, thin sliced whole wheat toast with avocado spread, and 100 grams of berries.
Yeah, so guys, this last week obviously was a pretty extensive dieting week. We were able to get down to a new low of 193. And at that point, my mental health kind of took a turn for the negative. Had a conversation with Mike, had a conversation with April, just had a conversation with myself, honestly. And this weekend we're pulling back, we're giving a little bit more food, we're just pulling out cardio, pulling out any like stimulants and caffeine, and just catching up on some much needed sleep for my mental and my body. I got body work done. And so the last 2 days I've been eating around 4,000 calories, give or take, which is pretty much double from what I've been eating to deplete. And my body's responded really well. So I was 193, then we went up with one kind of double carb refeed, and I went up 2 pounds. Then we ran it again, and I actually lost a little bit of weight. I went down 0.3, so I'm 194.7. So Mike is giving me a third additional refeed, and I'm not expecting to drop. The whole point of a refeed is actually to refeed and fill back out a little bit and gain a little bit more water weight, get sleep and fatigue off. So I was a little surprised that I dropped, but just good sign knowing that the body just needed a little bit of rest and needed a little bit of food before this final depletion into peak week. So that's where we're at. Honestly, I slept like a baby, but I'm still pretty tired. And we're gonna walk you through a good day in the life today of what it's like on prep 2 weeks out.
This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Being out in the sun, tired, low carb, but smiling. The sun's out, feels fucking great.
The fast life, the fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm past driven. Look, we are not the same, this is not a game. I be swerving through the city in and out of lanes. Yeah, cause if I see it, then I want it, then you better know I got it. Ain't no options, I'm about to do the damn thing. I'm an outlaw, you can never catch me. I'm in first place, you can never. These are the moments, only got one life. This is your moment, whether wrong or right. You're your own enemy, your own enemy, your own enemy. Yeah. When I fall, I keep running. Feel the pain, but I love it, yeah.
You know I'm built for it, you ain't gotta ask twice.
You ain't by that fast life, 100 on the dash with the cash light. You ain't by that fast life, big dog status with your stats like. You ain't by that fast life, just know 100 duffels is the bag price. You ain't by that fast life, 6 speed, yeah, I'm smashing on the gas. It's a fast life. You ain't by that fast life. 100 on the dash with the cash light. You ain't by that fast life. Big dog status with your stats like. You ain't by that fast life. Just know 100 duffels at the bag price. You ain't by that fast life. 6 speed, yeah, I'm smashing on the gas. It's a fast life. It's a fast life.
If my back is rounded like a turtle shell, the only thing I can do is move my shoulders.
All right. Let me try.
Good. That's better. Oh, you're okay, yeah. That's better. You're still getting a little, that's fine. Your traps are good too. Right here is what's
It
contracting.
might be also just how my shoulder blades like pull. Yeah.
Your elbows are dropping. I think you need to lower your seat.
Lower it.
You're too high. Now, because you're going to be more like level. Yes, good. Yes, it's mine. Right here. Right here. Like, you're fucking jacked up here. Like, you got a lot of muscle mass, though. There's no doubt.
My name's Will Jerome. Matt is my business partner at Full Time Fit Coach, and I was Matt's mentor when we first met. I actually reached out to him after his first summer shredding, and I was like, dude, you're killing it. You should scale up your online coaching on the tail end of the summer shredding event. And after a couple DMs back and forth, he was like, yeah, let's do it. Helped him scale up MW Fitness Coaching to where it's at today. And he actually loved the business side so much that he came on as the head coach for Full Time Fit Coach, and now we're scaling this brand. I think one of the biggest things that I've gotten from Matt is just the way that you treat people is probably the most important aspect of business. Matt has always treated his employees extremely well. You know, watching how attentive he is to everyone who comes onto his team at MW, how well he does at communication, how well he does at organizing people behind a common goal. It's taught me a lot about how I want to structure Full-Time Fit Coach and how I want the culture to be internally for our core team. And so, you know, getting to see him really shine in what I think his best asset is, which is his leadership skills, has really kind of pushed me to be better and to implement a lot of that into my own business. It's cool to just watch him be a testament to, if you do the 1% every day to get better, man, does that compound over, 2 or 3 years. Watching you be this consistent day in and day out. I mean, I get to see the behind the scenes of stuff. I get to see, the frustrating days. I get to see the bullshit that comes up in both of our businesses that you have to deal with on top of having no carbs and having back-to-back calls. Watching you handle it like a champ, never once complaining, never missing meetings, just speaks to your character. There's going to be a lot of guys who step up on that stage, but not a single one of them will have had more on their plate and performed as well as you have.
So I met Matt like 2 years ago, and at first I was like, oh, it's a fuckboy gym meathead type dude. And then I got to know him. He's just very disciplined. Everything he does is with a purpose. He's not just talk, he's action. If you know Matt, you know like what he brings to the table, what he's about. Honestly, as you get older too, some people may not agree with this statement, but you start to settle, you get more comfortable in the lifestyle you're living, right? Mm-hmm. And he kind of kick-started like that spark back in me to be driven and motivate me, because you start getting comfortable in your lifestyle and you see this guy, he's up and coming, trying to prove himself, trying to make his life better. He has a goal he's reaching, so that's very inspiring to me. Mm-hmm. And it just you can't help but be motivated by that, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, we all have our own high expectations. Matt probably expects, I know he expects a lot out of himself. So I'm sure he had a goal. And maybe some days he's not thinking he's where he needs to be. Right. You start getting in your head, there's a lot of doubt. So I try to make sure I'm hyping him up, letting him know he's fucking looking good, which he is. We've all fucking seen. Wow. He looks crazy, right? So that's what I try to do. I try to be there for him in those regards.
Yeah, I'm Austin Farwell. I live with Matt, and we met a little over 3 years ago, or coming up on 3 years now. And since living with him, everything mainly work focused. I just work a lot harder, I guess, just in the environment we create and he creates. Just extremely driven is definitely what I've learned from him. For me, I mean, Matt obviously is taking this to a whole nother level, going for his pro card. I mean, we met on a trip with a bunch of bodybuilding and coaching friends in Texas. That's where we originally met. So after that, we're both heading to the gym. He always wanted to compete, and he kind of talked me into it. It was kind of like a little bucket list type item, I guess, for myself. So we did prep together. Definitely, that was our bonding moment. That's kind of when we got pretty close. Because on prep, you don't really have anyone. There's no social, there's no hanging out outside the house, eating out, doing anything like that. So we really just leaned on each other during that time. I think that's when we got pretty close. I just want to see him win this. I know he's been hunting for this for a while now. I think he started, when he started his growth phase for this show specifically, or for this pro run specifically, almost 2 years ago. So this has been a big work in progress. So I want to see it all, come together exactly how he wants it, and get the win or wins, and get that pro card. So I know it sucks now. You're 2 weeks out at the time of this recording. I know you're fucking miserable. Suck it up, embrace the suck. I mean, you've done it before. You can do it again, and let's go get the win and go celebrate after. Hopefully we end this in Vegas and we can go celebrate in Vegas.
Yeah, but
Getting to the point where, dude, my legs feel like concrete. Like, literally getting them in motion is so hard. But once they're in motion and they're warmed up and there's blood, it's kind of like, it's also hard to stop. So taking like breaks in cardio is just, I just go full steam and nail it for the most part. Like, some days I'll do, 30, 45 minutes fasted, 25 post-workout, but I find myself just kind of being like, if I'm in the suck, my legs are moving, it's harder to stop and get them restarted again. So sometimes I just bang out my hour of cardio completely fasted in the morning, But yeah, man, we're getting to the point where just the legs, the body, sitting on the toilet hurts. If you're a bodybuilder, you just have to embrace the pain. You have to smile because it's a part of the journey and it's a part of what you signed up for, right? And, you're human too at the end of the day too. So, no human wants to live in constant pain and constant just like inconvenience, right? So you find yourself contemplating and catching yourself being a little delusional, being like, should I be feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? Why does it hurt so bad? But then you have to look past it and be like, this is expected. This is what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to get really depleted, feel and endure pain, get skinny, look like your muscles have, really shrunk with size and water in order to get conditioned enough to then refill out. Think about like vacuum sealing the human body of like water, glycogen, and just like getting it as dry and lean as possible and depleted, and then filling it back out strategically. That's essentially the route that we're going. I'm just in that phase now, 2 weeks out, where we're doing that final vacuum seal, and it's testing me with every single mental fortitude that I've established up to this point in my career.
how do you like approach the mindset of like becoming a pro, for example, like going for active pro card without having been there before?
Yeah. So how I approach my professional bodybuilding goal and endeavor, having never done a national show, having only ever competed twice, is one, leaning into people who have done it, understanding how they carry themselves, how they speak, how they're intentional with their sessions, and truly immersing myself. Over the past year and a half, 2 years, I've been around some high-level bodybuilders, top 10 Olympians,
pro show winners, multiple, top finishes in both amateur and national level shows. And so I've just been around people who have embraced it and have lived it and have gotten that title. But truth is, they were professionals before they ever got the card. The way that they handled themselves, the way that they tackled adversity, they stepped into the gym and they stepped into that prep as a professional, and the card was just the byproduct. The goal was just, it was already conquered. The holding the IFBB card, the getting handed the trophy and the medal and being congratulated was just icing on the cake, because deep down they handled themselves like a professional for years prior. That is the mentality that, regardless if I go pro or not, and I know I've been, borderline cocky and arrogant, and that's what I have to do to put myself in a mental edge to compete. That's how I am as a competitor. I need that borderline delusional arrogance in order to push myself, and so that works for me. And some people might not, appreciate that, but I could also look you in the eye and say that I'm doing everything under my power to treat this prep as if I'm already a professional, even if I didn't even get the card this year. But in the same breath, I'm getting a card this year. Another one today is like, dude, my weight didn't really move.
There's no better feeling
So nice.
than waking up, looking at yourself, having that confidence from that oh shit moment. That oh shit moment.
I have a grin, like I have a smile on my face, bro.
I told you, bodybuilding is 90% of hating the way you look, but you do everything to get to that 10%.
Yeah. It is. It's a ruthless mental game. But I woke up this morning and I was like, I feel so much better. Just my sleep the last 2 days has been like a baby.
Now,
astronomical.
All you need is a tan.
I know.
You get a tan, so
well, that's the natural lighting, dude. I look so washed out.
Oh, that's the first thing I said when I was posing you yesterday. I was like, oh man, we gotta get this man a tanning bed.
Bro, Mike literally is like, you have to tan twice a week. It's hard. It's too hard to see.
You're gonna get 3-4
so
coats.
white.
No,
You're gonna be a 3-4 coat
He
guy.
made me buy the Pro Tan.
The self tanner?
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
no.
doing it like 4
Right.
days prior, and then we're gonna get the
So
he has a whole protocol.
My boy is
A
translucent.
whole tan protocol.
It gets like that.
Like it's not gonna be like the first time. My first.
Are you doing
tan-
that for regionals?
Yeah, and for
You'll,
both.
you'll know about that because
You'll be the
we're
one
paying
doing
that money to get you on stage.
We gotta do we gotta do inspo from him, but I've already told her we have to do a love and bodybuilding post, and I'm making this a standard go forward.
Yeah.
Every single
You have
time
to
he
shave his back.
competes,
Get
he
some photos
posts
like that.
something with him and Megan, and
Every
it's
time.
the one that always is just love and bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And it's just like he reposts the
Cute.
same freaking picture. It's just every season it's
Yeah.
like
Same thing.
this is, or
I-
they'll get a recreation of it. But
Every show she does the same thing. She shaves my back. She pulls the sheets off of the bed and puts our sheets on there, and she gets the food. She preps the food. When I mean, she is like just as important as it is for my coach to kind of peak me to be 100%. She's just as important. Like she
just
gets
taking
the
the mental.
Oh, bro, think about it. Think how much like mental stress you have on top of like the stress you have from being nervous.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
It's like you don't
compound
even
that.
have to think about like the groceries already gotten. Like you didn't miss anything because you were a little delusional. Or
Meals are on time. Like I know exactly when I need to be at the venue. I know what time I need to get my tan. Everything is pieced together in a document that is. Oh, okay, here we go. Address and everything. Bro, she does that before I get on the flight. Even if she's not coming, she'll send it to me.
Okay, yeah.
So, like-
that's great that she does it when she's not coming. That's even.
I think she fears.
That's really
yeah.
That's really nice. Like obviously, if she's there, you can kind of spearhead it. But when she's not there, actually, like like a schedule.
You know, fuck, I had to get an assistant just to help me
I
live the
know.
life.
I know.
That shit sucked. All right,
I brought you. Alrighty, guys. So it is Monday, June 9th at 8:30 a.m. We are finishing our hour of cardio for the morning. We are embarking on more than likely our final depletion stage of prep this last week and a half. So for the next 3 to 4 days, we're going low carb, low food, high cardio, and just going to pull off, those last 2 to 3 pounds of a little bit of water and a little bit of that, sub-Q, lower midsection body fat, just to really bring in that detail in the midsection. But pretty much everything else from a physique standpoint is there. Lower back erectors are popping, vascularity throughout the legs, chest. When fueled with adequate carbs and water, we are right there on the money. But we got one more week of digging, and we are right in that cruise pattern to start fueling up and peaking for the first show. More than likely, we probably won't peak 100% for the first show, just because it is going to be a qualifier, and I compete at the national level in 2 weeks after that. So for those who aren't crazy, into bodybuilding, peaking the body twice in such a short time frame is fairly difficult, nor is it really required, especially with the goals kind of that I have set out for. So truthfully, probably going to deplete this week, refeed this weekend, deplete a little bit more, get ready for show day in 2 weeks, June 21st, coming to you at Boca Raton, the Chiseled Classic, where I look to go win the overall and walk into Universe July 3rd with a full head of confidence and the goal to come in first or second in the class and achieve the IFBB Pro card. So that's where we're at, guys. Mentally and emotionally, giving everything that I have, and I just want to say thank you for the unconditional support, love, the people that come up to me, comment on my post, shoot me a text. It truly means the absolute fucking world, and without my support system and without you guys, it just wouldn't be worth doing. So, see you in 2 weeks. Show day number 1. Let's fucking go.